2,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Commanders.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Stafford. This is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Daniels. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Daniels. His throw incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Able to connect with Dotson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, Stafford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Crowder now to return. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go right back to Evans. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But you look at this defense. Now they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Running on first down, Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On first down, Daniels. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking to throw. Daniels. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Man, why are we doing this?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The football going back to the Rams now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, check that. Alert.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Operating from the gun. Daniels. That one complete out to Dotson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Stafford now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Play action, Stafford. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. Stiff-armed him. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Evans running straight ahead.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this,
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Daniels.
And this one too low.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, Stafford.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Hey, check that.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a yard.
Off play action. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake. Daniels.
That one downfield for Dotson.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Everybody stay under control. Let's just make plays, man.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford.
That's into the hands of Woods. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Now it's Stafford.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bates. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that last throw is going to put him over the top. Boy, did you think we'd ever see this? He's over 5,000 yards passing now in this, his rookie season in the NFL. Incredible.
Well, we have seen a trend of college quarterbacks who threw the ball well on Saturdays come right into the league and play well in the NFL. But this type of a number, I'm not sure we could have imagined it. We're watching something really special here.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 5. On the option, here's Eckler.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
78 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's Eckler again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by McManus is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
So you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He was brought down by Michael Davis. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up, right?
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, alert, alert.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Stafford, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the...
Robert Woods!
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
With it is Jackson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Here's Stafford now on second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Stafford.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford now to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To the air again, Stafford.
Quick slant here to Woods.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Bobby Wagner. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels.
That is caught.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's the option.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Dorrance Armstrong in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for the Commanders,
it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.